talked a little bit about how archiving works with Quantum. How does it work with other products within the ecosystem, namely Pathfinder, but also as the underlying basis of the ecosystem itself?
Right. Okay. So let me think about that. I think I'll tackle that in two ways, Farine. So first, let's just talk about Pathfinder itself. Our customers love Pathfinder, and the reason is Pathfinder exposes in a very human accessible way the large language model and everything it can do. So Pathfinder doesn't directly integrate into Archive or into Quantum directly. But of course, you can take information from there and put that into Pathfinder. So Pathfinder is looking at, it can be communications, it can be really whatever you want, it can be a document, whatever, and it will do all sorts of interesting things like tell you, is there risk? Is there potential violations? How confident it is? I mean, it's very clever. It will also tell you, I think it's this, I'm 98% confident it's this, and here's examples of this in other organizations. This is why maybe you should pay attention. So we're not going to build that exact functionality into the archive. What we are building the archive is that underlying large language model. And that's going to really transform e-discovery and case management in the way that Quantum transforms surveillance. So suddenly you're going to have, and I hate to use human type words, but you're going to have like a human being next to you who has already read the 150,000 documents that you've just selected. And they can tell you where we see risk. They can tell you why I see risk. They can tell you, okay, you think there's this, who's involved? Oh, we think it's Farine and Michael are doing price fixing. Why do you think Farine and Michael are doing price fixing? So you're having something like a human conversation in natural language, I would say with the data, with the collective messages, and it's providing you with the information. Now, ultimately, the human is still in control. So it is saying, here's what I believe I see, here's how confident I am, and here's why I believe it. You, as the human agent, have to decide, is that the case? But what it will spare you is having to go looking for needles and haystacks. So if I go along and say, we think there might be evidence of X in this body of data, it will very quickly tell you if there's evidence of X. More interestingly, it will say, I've also found some Y and some Z. Oh, because I've often been involved in investigations where you go looking for something and you see something odd and you pull on that thread and say, actually, this is the real thing. The real linchpin was this person doing that, and that now leads to something significant. And so the result will be, as a compliance officer, you can do a better job, a more interesting job, looking at less false positives, and do it in a way that we like to do, which is to converse, I won't say tell stories, that's the real human way, but certainly have a conversation, a question and answer, a dialogue with the data directly. And I think that's going to massively accelerate time to insight, which is going to add great value, but it's going to actually improve the way that our investigative individuals work, because now they're having not to trawl through volume in the hope of finding, there must be something here, what is it? It's been brought through them, it's been distilled and brought through them. Just as we had a massive reduction in false positives and surveillance, we will have this much richer set of data for people to work on in investigations.